Hi everybody, this is Tina with Two Chicks and a Cricket, and welcome to our Christmas layout Tuesday. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing with this album. Last year we went to my family's for Christmas, and it was the first time since we've been married that we made a big vacation out of Christmas time. And so I have a million photos from last year's Christmas, and I decided, instead of just trying to pick one or two layouts to go in my regular family album, that I would make an entire scrapbook of our Christmas trip, and then I would put it out every Christmas for people to look at. So I would just store it with my Christmas decorations and then be able to put it out. So I got this album, I think I got it at Walmart. I think it was just like one of their albums, and I actually think I got it on clearance when my Walmart was clearancing out their scrapbook stuff. So I got it with the intention of doing something to the front of it to kind of spiffy it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I've cut this piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I have cut it down to 11.5 by 11.5. And what I'm going to do is, I was thinking that I would Mod Podge the back of it and put it down, but I'm kind of nervous to do that because I haven't worked with that very much, so I'm kind of nervous to do it. So I think I'm just going to use my ATG gun, and that's a really aggressive adhesive, and I'm just going to put it all down the edges. Later I'll do the Mod Podge over the top of it to seal it, but I'm not sure. I'm real nervous to use it because I've used it on smaller items, but not this large of an item. So I cut this Merry Christmas title out of Jolly Holidays. So I just did that title, and then I did it to the scrapbook paper, and then I have this ribbon, and I am just going to slide it over the album. I had already tied it on the album, so that's how I knew the right size. Okay, so there is my album. I got it for less than $20. I think I got it on clearance for $5. I think that's why I picked it up. So and then the ribbon I already had, and I just tied it in a bow, and then I added some jingle bells to it. And so that's going to be my album. And then I want to show you guys the first layout. I'm going to do this title page. I'm going to show you guys what I decided to do for this. So when I come back, that's what we'll be doing. Okay, I'm back, and this is my first layout to share with you guys, and I started putting it together. I thought my camera was going, and it wasn't. So some of this is already done. This piece of pattern paper is just a 9-inch by 12-inch piece, and I just kind of stuck it not right in the middle, but sort of in the middle. And then this is our family Christmas card that I sent out last year, and I always keep one for my scrapbook, just because I think it's kind of neat to look back at all the different Christmas cards we've had. So I always put one in my scrapbook. So this is going to be my title page for my album. And I just matted, this was a 5x7 picture, and I matted it with black. And then I cut these ornaments out from Christmas Cheer. And then this is just that thread type stuff that you get. I don't know what it's called. I got some last year to try it out in my scrapbooks and really liked it, and it's in black. So I cut these out, and I didn't do any of the layers because I'm just going to do some stickles on it and just kind of layer it up that way. So I'm going to put these down like this, and then the thread is going to run off the paper. So I'm going to glue these down and then I'll show you what else I do to them. Then I'm going to take a Zig two-way pen, and I'm actually going to just run it right over the thread. So I'm going to give this up here a little time to dry before I snip off the top or whatever, because I just want to make sure it's down. I'm not sure if that's exactly going to work, but I thought that's what I would try. So the next thing I'm going to do is I just have some stickles, some silver stickles, and I'm going to put it, there was a layer on this cartridge for these little things up top, for the little metal part. But I'm just putting a really thick layer of stickles, of the silver stickles, right on it. And then I don't have to worry about trying to glue the little tiny pieces on, because that puts me over the edge trying to do any layering that's small. And it saved me from changing out paper or trying to find a silver piece of paper or whatever. It just, sometimes it's easier. And I think that's prettier. And then I just have a blue stickles. And so I just cut these out of Christmas cheer. And then I took a darker color blue and I inked around the edges just to bring them out. So then I'm going to take this blue stickles and I'm just going to go right along the edge. Then I have some red. When this dries a little more, I'll snip that off, and then I'm going to put a little title down here that just says Martinez Family Christmas 2010. And that'll be it. So that's my first layout. Very simple. If you just have one picture you want to put in. I'm not a real big fan of just putting one picture on a layout, but if you did just have one picture, like maybe a family portrait or something that you wanted to do, that's a perfect, simple, easy way to do a layout. So that's our first Christmas layout, and I'm going to stick it in my album, and then next week we'll do our second Christmas layout. Thanks guys for coming by the blog.